All right, this is going to be a direct upload, no intro, no editing, just my thoughts on John Cena versus Dominik Mysterio for the Intercontinental title. Yesterday was one of those days where I knew I had to tune into Raw because there was going to be something that you just know the next 2 weeks for John Cena's retirement tour, stuff's going to happen. And it's going to be noteworthy, and it's going to be one of those things that you wish you would see live. I don't remember the last time I watched Raw from top to bottom and since yesterday. Things have been a little iffy, and I've talked about it in previous videos, but when they announced that John Cena was going to open the show in Boston nonetheless for like his last, he's got three dates left. He's got yesterday in Boston, next week in New York for Raw. Sorry, would it be 4 dates? Yeah, so it would be Boston, New York, and then War Games, and then his last match. So with those 4 dates left, you know that we're in the final stretch, and everything that happens, it's going to be noteworthy, and you really want to see the last of John Cena, his final run, and because we're never going to see it again. So I made sure to tune in at 8 o'clock, and lo and behold, Triple H is in the middle of the ring. He says this nice, fine speech about John Cena, brings him out, and you can tell, you know, it's becoming more real now. People are starting to realize that after December 13th, there's not going to be any more John Cena. There's not going to be any more open challenges, you know, spur of the moment title matches like we had last night. It's going to be done. And Cena does this nice little speech, talks about how it's because of the fans, and he goes right to building up the final match at Saturday night's main event. And you can tell the crowd just wanted to congratulate him and cheer for him, and took a minute to like soak that in. And then Dominik Mysterio came out, and in my mind I'm thinking that this is convenient because a lot of people were saying that they wanted Dominik versus John Cena for the Intercontinental title, and he was also on he was on the list for guys that could potentially be his last opponent, but I think a lot of people shut that down because he wouldn't be that much of a star, or like the potential of like what a final opponent of John Cena should be. So I think he proved everyone wrong with that, by the way. When he came out, he just a pure heel, just the bad guy versus the good guy. And mind you, Dominik is half of John Cena's age almost, ish, you know, mid-20s. But he held his own, I thought. And you could tell it was definitely like the veteran and the student, and a different dynamic when it comes to his dad and the son. But he got in there, and I think he held his own. And Triple H made the match for the Intercontinental title. And I was shocked. I was like, this isn't like happening. I thought it was going to be a non-title match. You knew there was going to be a match once he came out, but for the title, not a chance. So Triple H put the title on the line, and I'm thinking to myself, there's no way he's going to win. I'm sure they'll tease it like they did with Sami Zayn and the United States Championship, but not a chance that he's going to like actually win. And I was fully expecting someone like Brock Lesnar or someone like maybe even Gunther, you know, to kind of build up their final match. But I wasn't expecting a title match, and I definitely wasn't expecting John Cena to win. But the match itself was great. Everyone was on the edge of their seat. Everyone knew that they're seeing something special, and probably their last time seeing John Cena wrestle in Boston, or wrestle in general for those who are going to make the trip. But it was 20 minutes about. But I want to say the whole segment itself was around half an hour, a little over half hour. But it was great. And if you want to see my full reaction to John Cena winning, it is on my TikTok, AAB777. But when that 3 count hit, just there was near falls, and when he did the roll through with the frog splash and the AA, you know, I lost it. I was like, damn. I thought 100% once that 3 count hit, there was someone, because you got to look at the camera angles too. They were in tight with the 3 count. I thought someone's gonna pull the referee out of the ring, maybe the El Grande Americano or something, but no, it was a clean 3. John Cena won, Dominik lost, and now we have John Cena as the Intercontinental Champion. And I think it was well deserved. Not I think he deserves it. He definitely deserves it. It's his final run. That was the only title that eluded him for all these years, much like Sheamus. And he can honestly go out saying that he's a Grand Slam champion, and good for him. I was in shock, and that's stuff like that is why you tune into Raw every Monday. That's why they say anything can happen in the WWE, whatever. But just a good move, I want to say. And yeah, that's about it. I really enjoyed the match. I thought, they both put on a segment that I think we'll be talking about for a very long time. Probably, I want to say, one of the biggest surprises of the year of John Cena winning. And yeah, good on both of them. So that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video.